Should we move the
There we go.
mics a bit closer?
Oh, yeah, ladies, we're back. It's your main man, Slick Tricky Rick. not your average Joe. And we got BMB, Telekinetic Dynamite, in the mix today for a little local player spotlight. We're going to unbox a whole brick of Disney plus the old Marvel Studios brand new unreleased Heroclix set.
And when this gets to YouTube, this will be the first spotlight because apparently the first one did not make it there.
This is correct.
So Rick's going to have to redo that.
Well, you know,
have to do
if you weren't in the stream last time.
I'm not putting that hideous map back up, though.
Oh.
Throw one of my figures.
So, we got the owner and proprietor, Joe, of From the Ashes game. He's also the sponsor of the Guild of Mute Assassins Heroclix clan. I got my teammate, Brandon Bruner, here, also known as Carnage Bruner. He was
lean in the other way, Rick.
He was luckily enough to be the highest bidder at the Heroclix for Huntington's and won a brick of Disney Plus. I'm sure he overpaid for it, but
Oh, yeah.
we got the latest and greatest, and nobody else has it yet. So
And it went
we're
to a
going to
good
share.
cause.
And it went to a good cause, exactly. So first of all, let's see. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you, thank you.
Woo!
Whoa, why are the dice not on the...
I don't
Because we
know.
don't need to see those dice again.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Boom.
Get those off the camera. Those evil, evil dice.
They have scarred Brandon for life.
What's wrong with those dice?
You made me use them so you'd win.
Aha!
No, they're streaming dice.
Uh-huh, yeah.
They're easy to read.
Yeah. They were easy to read your low numbers.
Yeah. Didn't want to go too far because you can't count that high, Joe. It's all
I
right.
know, right?
So,
Only thing I had counted was the victory, so...
we do have some Heroclix news that is hot off the wire today.
What would that be?
Well, sir, they finally announced they're actually going to have a world championship for Heroclix this year.
No.
It's true. It's true.
And when's that going to be?
I believe it is in September, and I believe it is in Graceland in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. That would be September 15th through the 18th. After 3 years on a hiatus, they're returning for a world championship and a team world championship. And why don't you come join them? Book your trip now. Put in the old PTO, and we want the best of the best in Memphis come September. Of course, it was a kind of a out of the blue announcement, but we're happy that finally major events are returning for Heroclix. Now we just need to get some WKOs going too. So
Some actual prize support.
some actual prize support has started for ROC events, so that is nice. But we want the real deal. We want everything. If it's a Heroclix figure, I want it in my collection.
Yeah. You and me both, but
It's all about having the right tool in the toolbox. So hopefully that'll get us some access to some new figures for our collection. Because as everybody knows, July 1st, rotation.
oh, the glorious rotation where we lose everything I like using right now.
Yeah. So we're going to lose Rebirth. We're going to lose the...
Avengers.
How many
Illuminati,
new
Black
sets do you think will be out? Disney? Do you think that'll be the only one before?
Before rotation, yes.
Disney, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's... Now, they did announce this week a new Avengers set for October.
Yeah.
But, and they all already announced the Sword of X storyline OP for August, September, and
Because we need more X-Men.
October, I guess.
That's exactly what we
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But we get our
Except
DC set, maybe.
Maybe.
end of the
They're
year.
doing the opposite of Marvel Champions. We can't get X-Men.
Don't get me started on that.
So.
That's a different stream.
So, do you want to talk about some of the things that WizKids snuck into the old errata and clarifications this week out of the blue?
What else did they do?
Well, they did clarify how Batman and Jarro works. And they also did a clarification on Thing Robot.
Okay.
Thing robot.
Yes, Thing Robot, they have clarified, which, common sense prevails here, that you could only use one sidekick to move them and one sidekick to attack.
That's obvious. Well, whatever.
But
People be people.
people be people, and people wanted to use it and abuse it, and they finally put their foot down, which I'm happy about. They need to be a lot more proactive, in my humble opinion.
Well, they need to be correct and more proactive.
And I believe the Jarro errata clarification was due to the janky wording in the special power about how his turning off of protected outwit or safeguard outwit worked, which...
Because that is a pre-new rules figure, or pre-new sculpt figure, I should say.
Yeah, I think they were sitting on that sculpt and
sure.
figure for 2 years, and now they finally, with them coming back, have made it available to the public in a limited capacity.
Yep.
But it's super exciting. I think without further ado, I think we need to get to this unboxing because
The people
otherwise
need to see figures.
people want to see.
It's not like I've been itching to open this for almost a week now. So.
Yeah, I mean, your restraint is a lot better than mine because I would have been cracking those as soon as they arrived in the mail. So without further ado, show off this beautiful
Well, the funny
brick.
thing was, I was bidding on a few things for the auction, and this was one of the ones I was least concerned about till I remembered that Joe was hoping we could do an unboxing and we can get it in before anyone else can. So I kind of went all in towards that, dropping everything else. Also, the other stuff might have hit $700+, but that's not the point. and I wound up getting it. So yeah, this is exciting to me because I actually watched all the shows this has. This covers WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, and as you can see on the box with Captain Carter, it covers all of What If. Sadly, Hawkeye did not make the cut.
Is he in there?
No.
No.
No, Hawkeye was the last Disney Plus show to hit this past year. And so hopefully they do another one of these sets because I would like some Hawkeye and some Moon Knight. And that's all we know. Right?
I like the Hawkeye, the female version.
Well, that's what the show is about.
Oh, really?
The show introduces her, and she ends up getting mixed up with people that have his Ronin suit.
Okay.
And he sees it on the news, so he goes after her. And basically you find out that way back in the first Avengers movie, he saved her during the assault on New York, and she saw what he could do, and she wound up training to be an archer and a martial artist. And yeah.
Spoiler alert.
It's literally spoiled in the first 5 minutes of the show. So if that's a spoiler, then sue me.
Rick didn't see it.
You won't
though.
get much.
No, I didn't see it. I just like the female Hawkeye. I believe it's War of the Realms.
The 50-pointer, 12 attack, psychic blast.
Yeah, 3 targets. Yeah,
8 range.
yeah. That's. I don't know if they can top that right now. That's pretty
No,
good.
Yeah.
For what
but
it
no,
does.
I was hoping for Hawkeye in this set because non-spoilery, there are other characters that show up in that show that I would love to see in Heroclix again. So yeah, but without further ado,
All right, Joe. Where's the Kniffy?
I got it right here.
All right, shank it.
we know you're itching. Go ahead.
Trying to. That's not really what I'm itching to do.
Uh-oh. There go the dice.
I just need the box, man. What did you move my dice again?
I did.
Yeah,
I'm getting
no one
ready.
wants to see those.
I'm getting ready.
For your lazy Susan.
That's right. The debut.
The debut of. I think the lazy Susan should have a name.
How and where do you want to put these guys?
I don't know. Let's
Bring up the camera.
Let's see what we're working with.
All right. So first we have. All right.
There we go. Now it's official
As
stream.
you almost hit the camera.
That's the point.
The key word is almost.
Okay. We got. You want to see? Want to run them under the camera there?
See, I don't know if.
Oh, look at that. We got our follower goal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Silent Bob is in here.
Sweet.
Is that Kevin?
Yes.
Who?
Kevin Smith
Silent
in the.
Bob.
Thank you, Silent Bob, for the sub. Appreciate it.
We have a ghost in the chat.
Wait, anything
There's
good
a
in
big
there?
coffee. Well, not specifically, but we'll go through and see. So, if anyone opened this booster and they're a T'Challa Star-Lord fan, we got both of them.
Okay.
Nice.
Both the common, which has the mask on, and the uncommon, which does not.
Do they both have Guardians of the Galaxy keyword?
They do.
Okay.
Actually, they both have all the keywords they have. Guardians of the Galaxy, Ravagers, Wakanda, and Pirate.
Interesting.
We also got a Batroc.
Zilepa.
Yeah, the Batroc, the Leper. For 30 points and 6 clicks, he's not that bad.
No. Man, I like the one from back in the day.
Yeah, the constant sidestepping.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We got Jimmy Woo.
Woo! Hold on. Wait a second. I think I have something for that.
We have a Woo.
I think I might. Let's see. Let's give it a shot.
One shot.
One shot.
That's not it.
Close, but no cigar.
You would think by now you would have a map of those.
You would think, but
And then
that's why it's the closest thing to Pirate Streaming.
And then our rare of the set is Sylvie, who is a female Loki variant.
Is Loki asexual in the program?
So who didn't watch the show? Basically, the show Loki deals with multiple timelines, and the Loki we know gets sent off of his timeline and is sent to help take down a different Loki from a different timeline. And this Loki from another timeline is actually a female.
Aha!
And as we see later, there's a very classic Loki from like the comics. There's a kid Loki, and there's even an alligator Loki, which is a super rare in this set.
Chomp, 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 chomp. That's a
Kyle
cool
in
looking
there?
skull. That's a very cool looking
Kyle would
skull.
be the big copy.
Yeah, Big Poppy.
Yeah.
All right, so
Shout out to James to give the link for the auction.
Yes, James is the reason that we are actually having this, because he's the one that told me about the auction, give me the link towards it. So thank you, James.
So
Everyone else thank James, who is Stuntman in the chat, if you're in the chat.
out of these 5 figures, what do you think is the best for sealed?
No, who is this?
For
Anyone know who-
sealed.
Elizabeth? Does anyone know who that is? Is that a...
That's Macho Man's valet. Elizabeth! Oh, that's Miss Elizabeth.
I mean, we got 20-point perplex with police team ability here.
That seems pretty good.
You always need outwit.
You do always need outlet.
It's Bree.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, I know who that is. That's my friend Bree. 30 points though, 6 clicks. Charge and close combat expert. I think Sylvie would be the go-to though. 60 points with outwit, shape change, stealth, and mystics. And her shape change is a 4 through 6.
And she has super senses, so she has a double rollout.
Yeah, but she has the super shape change. If
So-
she succeeds on shape change, she can't be targeted by opposing effects until their next turn.
So let's put that up on the spinneroonie.
So I would say she would be my pick for sealed.
For sealed?
Yeah.
Not for constructed.
Constructed, I would say Jimmy Woo.
Woo! Old Jimmy
I
Woo.
like my cheap perplex and team ability givers.
True. I might be impartial to Batroc with that 12 attack and 3 damage
Yeah.
charge.
Is that?
Look
yeah,
at these. You're right. They're a bunch of nerds. They don't. I don't even get to look at anything. They're just hoarding it all.
That's right.
Okay, fine. It's been sitting there. Open it up, and you.
I
look
already
at
cut it. You opened
Open
it.
it up,
No,
open
you.
it up,
you
open
oh
it,
wait,
open
no, I
it.
didn't cut it on both sides.
All right,
Oh,
so
Yeah, I did cut it. You paid
Let's
lots of money.
let's quickly throw up Jimmy Woo on the spinner. And I'll throw these back in the old...
You're going with Jimmy Woo as
Jimmy
the,
Woo. Does he have the
What's
shield
Jimmy
key?
do?
He does not. He shouldn't at least.
Really?
No, because this is... Well, so he's from WandaVision, who in the show basically makes everything into a sitcom.
Oh.
So he does have celebrity. He is a celebrity, a detective, police, and mystical.
Interesting.
And sword.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is no shield presence.
Yeah,
until-
Kyle, no Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's where it comes. Maybe they'll do another round of this. Up the
Alright.
price a few more dollars. Oh wait, we got to be positive so we can get stuff early.
I know my sealed pick at least, but we also looks like we got an object.
I see
Sweet.
an object of some kind. I saw the
Yeah.
card.
All right, so why don't you get those set up over there
Okay.
while you're doing
I
that?
see Falcon.
That's our object.
Sweet.
If you can't see it, it's Captain Carter's shield.
Is that Captain Carter?
Oh, it's a super rare.
Ooh, very
Oh,
nice.
it's okay. It's a super rare Captain Carter too.
There, we'll make it a little bigger for everyone to see there.
Yeah.
The item is a super rare?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah.
Or does
Yes,
it
because
come
the
with
item
Captain?
is tied to the rarity
Oh,
of,
okay.
So
of the
you
figure.
need to get Captain Carter to get this, so it's a super rare object with a super rare.
In theory, that's what you should get.
Yep.
They've never messed that up.
Yeah, WizKids never messes anything up.
No. We do got Doctor Strange Supreme. So
He has a 19 defense
Yes, he
to
does.
start.
So his story is, you know the story of Doctor
I'll
Strange?
work on that refund, Kyle.
Do you know Doctor Strange's story? So basically, the original story is that.
I mean, I saw the movie. If
Right. Yeah. So
Okay, so
it's
yes.
an accident.
right, he was an actual doctor.
Right. So the what if story is what if Catherine dies, the one he loved? She dies instead of
James
him.
is already going. That's his sealed pick, too.
Yeah. That's everyone's sealed pick.
That could be a constructed pick too.
Yeah. But basically, Doctor Strange loses Christine. And if anyone has seen the episode or the new Doctor Strange movie, that affects him pretty deeply. And so he goes looking for ways to undo that point in time and is told by the Ancient One that you can't. But he doesn't listen because he's Doctor Strange. So he ends up actually absorbing other mystical creatures into his body and getting their powers.
Ooh.
So he could also use the cloak of levitation.
Which is the only way to get sidestep in this whole set. It's
No one else has it?
not a single figure has sidestep. But if you get a cloak of levitation, boy,
Really?
you
Yeah.
get flight and sidestep. So it's a pretty
that's
cool.
one of the few powers he knows by the color.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, so he's definitely like, if you pull him in a sealed event, he's our pick. He's too good not to pick. Then we have Monica Rambeau, who is sword and celebrity, but has the shield team ability.
I love the shield team ability. That is my favorite team ability. Because it's almost like a double perplex.
It is.
You can, for a power action, pump your damage and just by adjacency, extend your range by one. I love that.
We got Gamora, daughter of Thanos, which is a really weird character because she was in the last episode of What If, but we never got an actual episode about her, so we have no idea what her story is, other than she probably killed Thanos in her timeline. But she's got close combat expert and exploit weakness.
I forgot she was in the show.
Yeah, she's only in the show for like 2 episodes at the end. That's it.
I don't understand why this thing is stopping moving. I'm getting upset here.
Is it a
Too much
time
weight?
thing?
I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean,
It might be a time thing.
it might.
We're on like QVC now with the.
Yeah. And then again, we got the super rare Captain Carter, who can start with her shield. You do pay 5 points for it though. So, but she also,
It's not like you're getting the shield for free.
she's got traded defend and non-adjacent friendly characters within range modified defense +1. So that's not too bad either. And she's got a giant reach of 6 and quake.
Ooh.
When she knocks back an opposing character, she may choose the direction of the knockback. So that's pretty cool. And then her shield gives you defend, and if you already can use defend, you increase adjacent friendly characters' defenses by an extra +1. So she's actually pretty good. Then finally we have the common Captain America, which is Sam.
Sam.
As Captain
Good
America.
neighbor Sam.
So it's just not. We lost the spinning function.
We're lost spinning.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. How about that? Let's see what happens now.
Home clicks now.
So
Home Clicks Network. That's right.
There we go.
So we all know the sealed pick. What would be your constructed pick?
No wings, unless they're cauliflower wings.
You're going with Doctor Strange as your
For sealed.
for sealed. I might go Captain Carter.
I mean, that's not bad too, but
Maybe even low dial Captain Carter. What does that get me?
low dial gets you 5 clicks. You get leadership. You get 1 click of the quake power, plus her shield.
You get 5 clicks for 35 points.
55.
Oh, is it 55?
Yeah, with her shield it'd be 60.
Okay. So maybe it's not as good a value as I thought it was.
Especially because the Supreme Strange would one-shot you.
Eh.
A 13-5 with Psychic Blast. All in all, we got our first super rare, which means there should be 2 more, at least.
Woo!
We already know the distribution.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
no, this set has been actually really good on that. But it's also, it should always be at least 3 super rares.
Yeah, you should get at least 3 super rares, a prime or a chase. And then you should get 7 rares.
Or we could just get 5 chases.
That's what we're hoping for. Because in this set, there is what they call the God Pack.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, God Pack basically is a pack where when we open it, we will see a blue plastic tray, and in it we'll have 4 chases and a super rare prime.
Prime, yeah. At least every one that I've seen has.
You like cutting things.
Pull
Thanks
us out
for the
a blue.
sub.
Pull us out a blue
We got someone
booster,
who's,
please.
Wait,
Zombie King? I don't
Chris?
What? Wait, what?
Wow. Chris is actually watching. Thank you, Chris.
Are you just pressing the right, left? Someone. Amber's asking if you're just pressing the RL button.
I don't know what I'm doing. I need a checkup from the neck up.
Oh, we got more plastic, like plastic wrap.
Oh, I thought we had
Oh, it's a Hydra Stomper.
Oh, this is a cool skull.
That's another super rare.
Yay!
Was it? Wait, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You gonna? There you go. Haven't you
He
watched our streams?
he doesn't watch.
I guess-
Apparently not.
Yeah, he's.
You can put that bad boy up there. What we got? What we got here? We got another super rare Hydra Stomper.
Silent Bob's asking if you're planning on Worlds, Rick.
Dave, I probably am not, but
It's still early.
it's still early, and it has a lot to do with my other half. You know, she wants me to do other stuff besides Heroclix. I know it's a crazy thought process, especially for me, but
How about opening?
you know, happy wife, happy life.
Okay, so all right, so we got our second super rare Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, I'm allowed to do a lot of things, but usually a whole weekend trip is frowned upon.
We got our Ravonna Renslayer.
I'm glad you said it and not me, because I think I would have butchered that with some Rick's vocabulary disorder.
So
What you know about RVD?
we got another Monica Rambo. It's the same one we got before. We got a Killmonger, and we got another Captain America, the same one we got before. So,
Man, that Hydra Stomper is awesome looking.
He said if you need pickups, let him know.
Oh, I'll be getting in touch with him for show.
So let's see. Here, Rick, why don't you read us off the Hydra Stomper and
I
how
wanna-
it
I wanna-
stomps us?
Yeah, Hydra Stompers.
All right. Well, first of all, let's give the people the keywords: Howling Commandos, the Shield, Stark Industries, Armor, Pass, Soldier. Real name: Steve Rogers. Rogers inbound. When Hydra Stomper is KO'd, you may generate a number 002, skinny Steve Rogers, from your sideline on click 1.
I take offense to that.
In the square he last occupied. Protected pulse wave.
Do you take offense to
As a
skinny
string
people?
bean, I do not take offense to that.
I'm in the middle, so I really don't care.
He also has a special attack power on his first 5 clicks. Stark made me some new dancing shoes. Quake. When Hydra Stomper uses it, he may also target all characters that he moved through this turn. That's pretty interesting. And then it's pretty much a lot of charge, a lot of impervious. He's actually giant size, and he has exploit weakness.
With that quake?
With that quake. So that could do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
With a giant reach of 2.
And he's giant, so he can just run over everybody.
Exactly. And then he ends with a little running shot, range combat expert. And he only has a base attack of 9, but he has a damage of 4. So it'd be a 10-5 with double target
Listen
6
to
range.
these guys. We may have to pause for a few minutes so they can.
Why?
Why,
Did
'cause-
something just hit the table from underneath it? Why is this stop spinning?
So Ravonna Renslayer, she's future past police and a politician, so we know we can trust her. She's got a
Ironically, today isn't it an election day? Like
That
for
was yesterday.
primaries?
She's got a damage power, which I looked out for you. I hung my neck out for you. Gives her probability control, and friendly characters with a shared keyword within range and line of fire have safeguard opposing probability control.
Now, how does that work? Does that mean
So basically,
when they attack her, they can't prob their rolls, or they can't prob attacks made by her?
no. So it says friendly characters with a shared keyword. So if there's friendly characters that are within her range, which is 4, and line of fire, and if they're future past police or politician, they can't have their rolls re-rolled by the opposing team,
Okay. So
which would
opposing,
include her.
yeah,
Yeah.
she is friendly to herself,
Right.
but they could re-roll their own rolls.
Yes.
Correct.
But like, if I use her on a police team and everyone's within 4 range and line of fire of her, you can't re-roll my stuff.
Yeah,
basically.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. For 30 points too.
And she has prob her whole dial,
Yeah. She has that special on her first and last click, and she's police.
and she has an 18 defend
Yeah.
for a mere 30 points.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Yeah, and that's
An uncommon.
an uncommon.
Yeah. And then finally, we got Killmonger,
Ah.
who has traded stealth, and that's it.
Oh boy.
Everything else is just standard powers. He's got Stark Industries, Wakanda, Soldier, and Warrior. Do you know why he has Stark Industries?
He once was employed by Tony Stark.
Kinda. So, did you see the Iron Man movie?
No, I don't think I did.
So in that movie, Iron Man gets caught under fire from his own weapons
Ooh.
when the enemy is using them in Afghanistan against U.S. troops. He gets caught by them in a cave, builds his own armor, and gets out. In the What If story that this is from, Killmonger saves him instead.
Okay.
And Killmonger uses Tony to wage his own war with
Guess I don't have to watch that episode.
Literally right in the trailer. Literally right in the trailer.
I remember him from Black Panther.
Yeah, he was.
He had some awesome scars.
Yes. That's the same character.
He was like Sabu, bro.
You have to tell me which movies you watched and didn't watch, because
I'll just keep.
I thought I
When
watched the
relevant,
least amount.
I'll interject. Otherwise, I don't really make mine Marvel. I gotta be honest. All right, so we'll clear these off, and we'll get ready.
Well, I spotted a green and yellow.
and we got one broken figure.
Oh,
It's a clean break though. So, all right. It's the old man Loki.
Is that the old man one?
Yeah.
Who was asking for the kid Loki? Kyle, we got spoilers for days. Well, Brandon has spoilers for days. He's been doing it all night.
there you go. Now you're getting the hang
Okay,
of
you
it.
want a spoiler in the Loki TV show? Loki's in it. There you go. There's a spoiler.
Do you think I'm loco?
So we've seen. All right, so we got 4 new pieces. We already saw Gamora.
Gamora's out.
Oh, who would be your pick for sealed?
From the last set?
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah.
I already forget. Moving on.
We totally botched that. So, if you want to tell us your ideas for who you would pick, go right ahead. So we'll save Loki for last because he's usually the most interesting here. We got who's on there? We already have Loki on there. We got a common Captain Carter, 115 points for 9 clicks. She's got shield team ability. She's got Howling Commandos, shield, pass, soldier, and spy.
This is the one I was talking about for sealed. I kind of like.
Yeah, for 5 points, she can use the shield if you pulled that too. And she has a special defense power that gives her defend, toughness, and willpower. She has that on her first 2 and her last 3 clicks. It's not too shabby. Let's see. Hunter B-15. You are now moving at 1/16th speed, but feeling all that pain in real time. Incapacitate. When she uses it after resolutions, hit characters given an action token are knocked back 3 squares in any direction of your choosing. She's got a range of 4 and double targets. And she has police TA.
Which lowers defenses if she's adjacent to somebody that's making a ranged attack and has line of fire.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be within range.
Nope.
Just line of fire.
And then post-apocalyptic Black Widow. She's got traded steel energy and stealth, and that's it. Basic powers all the way. Not terrible basic powers, but nothing crazy either. And then finally we have Loki.
Now, is this going to be our sealed pick or constructed pick or a little bit of both?
Yes. I mean, so for sealed, I mean, you got 75 points. You got running shot, psychic blast, outwit with mystics. So if you damage him, he'll damage you right back. He's got traded shape change. He's got a stop click with barrier.
Is this one sideline active too?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I know.
So-
I've already looked at this for my
Oh yeah.
my 20-figure Loki team.
So if Loki, so this is his trait. If Loki would be the first friendly character to be KO'd this game, you may instead replace him with another named Loki from your sideline that has equal or less points than Loki on its starting click. So basically, if he's the first to die, you just bring another Loki to replace him.
Doesn't he also have a trait if he's the last?
Yeah. Once per game, if another character, and this is sideline active, which means he's not on the board, he's on your sideline.
You pay 0 points for that.
Yep. It says if once per game, if another character named Loki is the last friendly character on your force, while this Loki's on your sideline, when that character be KO'd, you may instead replace it with this Loki on click 1. Which is not bad at all. And then a stop click gives him barrier, and when the click's first revealed after resolutions, you may place Loki up to 4 squares away from his current square, then generate up to 4 blocking terrain markers in squares within range. Beginning of your turn, remove those markers even if this power is lost. So not bad.
No, not bad at all. And he's only, what, 75 points?
75 points, 7 clicks long with that stop click.
I like the 7 range, 2 targets, penetrating psychic blast with running shot.
And he's got that his whole dial.
Woo! Like that.
So would he be your sealed pick as well?
I would probably play him in sealed because he's 75 points.
75 points, outwit, running shot, psychic blast, all that, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anybody's been noticing on the spoilers.
Kyle said you're banned from using him
Why?
because you spoiled it. Everything you spoiled, you're banned from using.
All I can say is a lot of figures in this set are real low point values. There's not a lot of big beat sticks.
No.
So when
well,
you
we
get
saw the biggest beat stick. The Doctor Strange is the biggest point.
yes,
value.
and then I believe this Captain Carter might be second.
No.
No?
My girl is second.
Okay.
There's 150
The
point
chase.
Scarlet
Yeah.
Witch,
Okay. All right. You want me to get these off the spinner? I don't understand why the spinner ain't going round and round. I already broke it.
Good
It's
job.
the first time on the stream and it's already broke. Just like this figure. You see how I fixed that?
I forgot she was broken.
Go back to my job.
You gotta do something.
Yep.
He's on the ones and twos.
I'm chatting.
Yeah,
He's drawing in the dozens and dozens
exactly.
of.
The millions and millions.
All right. All right. We got some things.
We got more things. Throw that, Joe, towards the camera.
No, that's
Oh.
not empty. This,
Oh, that's
yeah,
not empty.
yeah, that's not empty.
Then throw it.
Okay.
That wasn't an earthquake.
We
That
got
was me
stuff
hitting
and
the
things
hammer.
Here. We got the Scarlet Witch, which is just a comic.
The Scarlet Witch.
The Scarlet Witch.
All right.
Yes. We got Billy Maximoff.
He's from WandaVision.
He is. And
And he,
or is
it's
that
the
a what-if?
Halloween trick or treat
no,
version
it's
too.
the one from WandaVision.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Halloween episode.
Okay.
Too. Actually, they have a set of all the characters in WandaVision from the Halloween episode, which I would kind of love to all play together.
Yeah, I think it's actually they're pretty strong.
Yeah. Well,
They all have stop clicks. They all have a way to heal.
Yeah, but
they all
also
have mystics.
They also don't break 1 and 2 damage. I think most.
Yeah, well,
2, 3 damage. We got Mobius M. Mobius M. Mobius. Wow.
Triple M.
Wow. He's played by Owen Wilson.
No, that's from Loki too.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, you already spoiled it.
Yeah, so, okay, so this character's also from Loki. It's Loki. So we got Loki.
In a suit.
Yeah. Does he see variant on the back of his jacket? He better.
He does.
Yes, he does. And then finally, we got the man with the best dance moves, Baron Zemo.
Oh.
Really?
There's one scene in Falcon the Winter Soldier where they're infiltrating like a nightclub or whatever, and like Zemo is just going like trying to dance, and yeah, it became a meme overnight. So let's look at him first, because actually I kind of like him. He's 30 points. He's Masters of Evil, Assassins, Ruler, Soldier, and Spy. And he has Passenger 2 with Leap, Climb, and Stealth, along with Leadership and Empower for 30 points.
Not bad. He's gonna get one-shotted.
Oh, for sure. Well, maybe not. He's got Stealth.
All right, he'll get one punched.
We got Loki, who also can start with the Tesseract, which we haven't seen yet.
Yes, I believe that allows him to do phasing teleport.
It does, and after you do it, he can use prop control afterwards.
All right.
Then he's got Shape Change because he's Loki, and when he uses it after resolutions, you may place Loki a number of squares away from his current square equal to the D6 result.
Wait, are you telling me Gator Loki is in here? I want Gator
He's right
Loki.
there.
Yeah,
He's
I
on the
know.
box. Yeah. He's a super rare, so we have one more chance to get him. He's not bad. I am not crazy about him. 35 points, he's not bad. But yeah. This is the one that people
Most
were
Sundays,
talking
but she's not always there, so.
So we got Mobius M. Mobius. He's got leadership, and once per turn for all characters with this effect, when a friendly character within range uses phasing teleport and moves 4 squares or less after resolutions, they may make a close attack. He's got TK as well, and police team ability.
So he TKs them out, and then they make a close attack for free? Is that what I heard?
No, when a friendly character within range uses phasing
Oh.
and moves 4 squares or less, they can make a close attack.
Oh.
So that's why the Lokis.
Well, that's pretty good with a Tesseract.
Yeah. Especially with Loki when you got blades.
Yeah,
11 attack.
yeah, I like that.
It's almost as if these two worked together.
Almost.
Yeah.
How many points is that
Together?
two-player combo?
100.
That's funny.
And with Mobius giving leadership and TK and police, yeah.
I like it.
Alright, so we got the Scarlet Witch, who is really boring. Like, this is a crappy Scarlet Witch.
But she does have Avengers Initiative.
She does. So she sees through hindering, so she cuts out stealth, and she's mystics.
Yes.
But other than that, she flies, she has running shot and energy explosion. Not a single bit of probability control on her at all.
That's kind of weird for that character.
Little bit. The most notable thing about her is I could have used her for the event this weekend because she starts with Force Blast on her low dial.
Except for it's not modern Leo.
Yeah. So even that, she's not good for me. And then finally we got one of her two sons, Billy.
Yeah, this is...
So all of the Halloween Spooktacular characters have a trait where they get shape change, and if they succeed on it, they heal a click, which is good. Also adding on the fact that they all have a stop click, which they also have shape change on.
I don't know. Can they see on the stream that little pumpkin that Billy's holding?
Yeah.
That thing's off the chain.
Yeah.
A little jack-o'-lantern filled with candy.
How about this one, though? He's also got Perplex.
Which is a return of a bench power.
It is.
Look at that. Oh, gotta turn it so we can see the jack-o'-lantern. Can't quite see the... Oh, we're gonna spin.
We're going to spin,
Oh,
spin,
wait
spinning,
for it, wait
spinning.
for it.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Oh,
Jack-o'-lantern.
man.
So we got...
That's beautiful. What is that? Velour? Velvet?
So he can Perplex, and when he uses it to target a friendly character, until your next turn, opposing effects can't be used on that character to reroll or replace die in their attack rolls.
So I can't prob or use dice replacement.
If he perplexes an attacker and they attack you, you can't do anything about it.
That is frickin' sweet.
And he is only 45 points.
Okay.
So, all right.
I think that's my pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that for everything.
For everything.
Yeah. Definitely a situation where the son outshines the mother, that's for sure. At least in that regard.
I was going to say, maybe in this pack.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the variant on the back of his jacket?
So, remember I explained before how the Loki
Spoiler.
show is about different timelines?
Ah.
So basically, he is a variant Loki because he steps out of what's supposed to happen in his timeline.
Okay.
All right, we got bubble wrap. Oh. Okay, we got a chase.
All right, well, that's good.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of a bummer. It's not a
Scarlet
God pack, but
I mean, we can still get one.
that's true.
I'm just bummed it's not Scarlet Witch, but it's still not a bad chase, that's for sure.
Now, the chases in this have blue bases as
Yeah.
opposed to the black that all the other figures have.
This is also a character that was in the series for, I think, a minute at most.
A hot minute?
If that.
A hot 30
Which
seconds.
show was that?
What If? This was in What If.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the only one I didn't see.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see any of the what ifs.
So,
Put it on the spinner.
yeah. Oh, we got an object.
This is a very
It's the same thing,
desirable
isn't it?
figure for
Oh
sure.
no, that's a different one.
Yeah.
I know this has been that Iron Man chase has been getting all the rave
Oh, yeah.
online. Like there's already broken builds with this guy. I know it's definitely a clicked off
Oh, yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. All right, so that is the Sicarian Iron Man. We'll explain what he does later.
Unlike the Critical Clicks podcast, it's not the Sacco-Ouija.
Sacagawea?
Yeah,
got-
that's the word I was going for.
We got John Walker, Captain America, who comes with Captain America's shield. As you can see,
Yeah, it's in there.
you can kind of see it, yeah. We got Monica Rambeau, a different version of her. This is from later in WandaVision where she's using her powers and she stops a bunch of bullets from hitting the kids.
Now, this is me being an ignorant Marvel dude. Is Monica Rambeau M?
What do you mean M?
The character M?
No.
No, okay.
Monica Rambeau is a Photon.
Okay.
Remember the chase?
Yep, from
yeah.
Avengers Infinity. Sure.
Yep. Yeah. And we got Killmonger and Batroc again.
The leper.
So, we've already seen those. So let's look at Monica, see what she does as she's morphing. It's kind of weird what happens, because, like, there's a bunch of people shooting at Wanda's kids, and Monica turns into that, and the bullets, like, hit her body and, like, stop, but, like, It's like she's Jello, and they just kind of like fall to the ground.
Interesting.
Which makes sense what her power is. She has an attack power. Her whole dial says unique modifier when an opposing character makes a range attack targeting one or more adjacent friendly characters, modify their attack -1. I don't know if that's worth 45 points.
It is 6 clicks, and it does have the shield team ability.
Yeah, but I think there's better ways to get it in this set for sure.
Okay.
I do at least. Let's see, John Walker, Captain America.
Is he a rare?
He is a rare, yes. So we got a rare with an object and a chase in this booster.
That's a good booster.
I'm not complaining. So let's look at the object. So it's Captain America's shield, the OG Cap shield. It gives you energy shield deflection,
Oh, this is pretty cool.
which increases your defense by +2 against range attacks. But if you already have energy shield deflection on your dial and you equip this, your defense is now +3 against range attacks, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. There's going to be some high defenses
Oh, yeah.
in sealed
With this.
with this. Cause,
Well, if you pull objects.
well, there's also I know a figure that does the same for combat reflexes. The same as.
Well, that's the different shield. That's
Right.
Yeah. That's actually the prime of this
Okay.
shield, yeah.
Okay.
So you pay 5 points, you get that shield on him, which makes him 80 points. He's got a trait. When John Walker, Captain America, KOs an opposing character after resolutions, if he is equipped with this shield, you can remove it from the game. And if you do, you modify his combat values by +1, and he can use Battle Fury and Steel Energy.
So my $50,000 question is that Chuck Norris? Isn't John Walker Texas Ranger?
Oh,
Chuck
is
Norris?
that what Walker's first name was?
I believe it is.
I'd have to check that, yeah. Not now. See, now I'm gonna think. Yeah.
Every time you
The
play
eyes
that.
of a ranger. Okay. Anyway. Oh, okay. So he's got.
You know, John Walker Texas Ranger's tears could cause cancer. Too bad he never cries. Sorry.
Anyway, we got leadership on here because he's a Captain America, and then he's got charge, flurry, and leap climb
Ooh, I like that.
with exploit weakness in the very end in the middle there.
So click number 4 is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his name. Cordell.
Cordell. That was it. Cordell Walker. That's his name.
I swear there's
I
a
think I
John
remember
Walker
that, yeah.
Texas Ranger.
It's not Chuck Norris, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
And then he also has energy shield deflection, which goes with the shield, and toughness. So he's not too bad for 80
Funny
points.
when you type in John Walker Texas Ranger, you get that. But
Well, because you put Walker Texas Ranger, that's just gonna happen.
oh yeah.
Maybe John's his middle name.
Cordell John Walker.
Sure. Why not?
All right, and then the money piece, easily.
Dun, 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 dun.
His name
This is
Cord-
definitely going to be the
Cordell.
piece probably for sealed and for constructed out of this pack. For sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So, first off, he's 50 points. He's got 7 clicks of health.
What?
He's got willpower the entire dial.
So he can untoken himself on a 5/6 on a D6.
He's got perplex his whole dial, with the first half of his dial having outwit with it.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And then here's
What's
My
his
kind of
crazy
figure the
trait?
dials that don't
so
change.
this is 3-paragraph long trait.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the game, you can usually put out 3 objects, a maximum.
Correct.
He can generate up to 3 standard objects anywhere on the map, at least 5 squares away from another. That doesn't go along with just the 3 objects that you get at the beginning.
Right.
So now he got 6. When Sakarian Iron Man picks up a standard object, you may instead place it on his card if less than 2 objects are on his card. Sakarian Iron Man modifies his combat values by +1 for each standard object on his card, and at the beginning of your turn, may choose 1 standard speed or attack power for each object on his card to use until your next turn. When he would be dealt damage from an opponent's attack, you may instead remove a standard object from his card to take 1 unavoidable damage instead.
So if he gets loaded up with 2 objects, every
He's-
time you hit him, he's just going to take an object off
And only take
and take 1 damage.
right.
But every object you place on him, his combat values go up by 1?
Yep, so if he's got 2 on him, he's a 12, 12, 19, 4.
But with no move and attack.
Well, unless you just choose it, though. You can just choose a standard speed or attack power for each object on his card.
Oh, jeez.
So
He's
you
got
just-
pick-a powers on top of it.
So you just pick, like, running shot, psychic blast, and you're good.
Wow.
450 points. He is for sure our everything pick.
That's crazy. All right. We'll box it up.
All right, down to the last 4.
Uh-oh.
We still have to see a super rare yet. Isn't that right?
I think so. I think we only have 2.
Yeah.
I believe we had, in our first pack, I think we had 1, and then...
Actually, our first 2 packs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because we got Captain Carter and Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, there you go.
I still need a Skinny Steve to go with the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen Skinny Steve.
Is it common?
He is.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, there's the
All right, we got, I think, only 2 new figures.
Oh boy.
cool one though.
Yeah, and we got the one that Rick's been obsessed with.
I think this thing looks like it's on acid or something.
See, I want to use this against your multiple Loki team.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yeah. So we got Miss Minutes,
This thing's ridiculous.
and we got Tommy Maximoff. The others we got were the glowing Monica Rambeau, the Baron Zemo, and the Sam Captain America.
Is this a Halloween Tommy or no?
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
And what's his Halloween costume?
He's wearing it.
Yeah, what is he?
Quicksilver.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's look at Tommy first. So Tommy has that Halloween Spooktacular shape change I mentioned before, with the stop click as well, so he can shape change possibly and heal when he does. He's also Mystics. Actually, all the Halloween Spooktacular pieces are Mystics. And then, I kind of like this. So he's got hypersonic speed and charge. And then he has an attack power that's Precision Strike. And when he hits with a close attack, hit characters immediately drop any held objects or equipment or unequip any equipment.
Tommy!
Trick or treat. It's actually pretty good.
That is pretty good. What's his attack?
10.
Okay.
But again, you play him with Billy, make it an 11.
Billy!
And if Mommy's on the board, she can prob it.
Alright. Keep spinning.
We haven't seen any Vision either.
That's kind of surprising, too.
All right.
Yeah.
Miss Minutes. She is future, past, and robot. She has a trait called Protecting the Sacred Timeline. Free action, choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Gain 1 mission point for each other character on the map with the same name as the chosen character.
Come again?
Free action, choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Gain 1 mission point for each other character on the map with the same name as the chosen character.
Yeah, I could see how that would be a problem for a Loki team.
Yeah, so...
Boom! 20 mission points. Game over.
Yeah. So for everyone who doesn't know, besides just defeating your opponent by taking out their characters, if from any source you gain 20 mission points, you automatically win the game.
This is a new mechanic that's only been out for like 8 or 9 months now, I would say. Maybe a year at the
I'll
most.
say a year. Yeah.
It definitely debuted, I believe, with Wonder Woman.
No, it was
With
Future
the
Foundation.
Foundation.
Because it was that Sue Storm, the
The Atlantis.
Atlantis Sue Storm, and
Yes.
the Watu.
And I think there was another one in there too, actually.
I think you're right, but I don't know which one it was. And then, hey y'all, free, place Miss Minutes in a square within range as adjacent to blocking terrain. And she's got a stop click. Regeneration and super senses.
Does she have a team ability at all?
No.
And she's tiny though, so she's going to be a 19 against range attacks.
And she's got prob her whole dial.
Woo!
And she's only 35 points.
Woo! And she's ridiculous looking.
Yeah, yes she is. That's tricky. I'd probably take her for seal easily.
I would too, definitely, just for the prob.
I mean,
That's so key for.
just to offset the choices, I'm gonna say Tommy for construct because I'm gonna make a Halloween team.
I do too. I ain't gonna lie.
That was weird.
Come on, let's see some blue. I want to see a God Pack.
I know, right? No God pack.
No God Pack this time.
No, but we got Mommy. We got Wanda. You want to throw this one? Good job. Actually, except for Jimmy, we got all new people.
What?
Oh, and I just broke his hammer.
Yeah, he did.
Mjolnir down. It's a dangler.
he broke it.
Yeah.
I'm
It
glad
was
he
bent
didn't.
and I was
I'm glad it was Brandon, not me. All right, so.
I got 2 more cases of this coming, so
Oh, it's officially broke. It just fell off.
yeah, there's glue. All right, but yeah, so we saw Jimmy. Woo, woo. So Jimmy can go back.
Darcy.
We got Winter Soldier. We got Darcy Lewis. We got Wanda Maximoff, and we got Party Thor. And he's not gonna have hammer time. So honestly, I want to actually say something about this Winter Soldier. I like how he pairs with the common Captain America, Sam Captain America, because so that Sam Captain America has charge with enhancement, but Winter Soldier is a running shot piece with empower. And so Captain Falcon, let's say that, he flies, right?
Sure.
So he flies, charges, holding Winter Soldier. So now he's doing 4 damage. And then Winter Soldier has, once per turn when Winter Soldier is placed, after resolutions, you may give an adjacent opposing character an action token. So you have Sam fly up, carrying Bucky, charge, punch for 4, and then Bucky tokens them.
I just read on Google the other day that Bucky's getting eliminated from the Captain America comic or something.
Yeah, I heard about that. Anyway, so that's the common Winter Soldier. He also has traded combat reflexes and leap climb.
Wow, so he's at 20 for close.
Yeah,
That ain't bad.
with toughness for 50 points.
Yeah.
But Darcy is a star of this set.
Oh, really? She looks very goth.
No,
No?
No.
Is she a scientist or something?
she is. She is a doctor. She has her doctorate.
All right,
That's what her trait says. It's Dr. Lewis. Thank you very much.
all right, we're spinning her towards the camera right now.
So, yeah, she is 25 points.
Boom, there she
gives
is.
the shield team ability, and she has Outwit and Perplex, and Stealth.
Ricky likes.
Yeah.
That's real good. 25 points, 4 clicks, Outwit, Perplex, shield team ability.
And she's Celebrity and Scientist.
Yeah, welcome to the Spider family.
Basically, yeah. And as Guardian.
True that.
Party Thor. Prepare
Also-
yourselves for the Party Prince. Huzzah!
He's also very good.
Yes. So he's got traded willpower, but he succeeds on a 4 through 6.
So he's in tokening himself every turn.
And when
50-50.
he does it, he heals a click.
Oh, even better.
Wow.
You need a timeout because you're a party pooper. If you didn't know, this is a Thor that didn't have Loki with him as a child. So he never learned humility or how to be an adult. So when Odin goes into the Odin sleep and Mommy goes on vacation, Thor comes to Earth and has a big party.
Yeah, it's like the Rumpspringer
Yeah.
Thor.
And he's got Pulse Wave, and when he uses it after resolutions, may give a token to all hit characters.
Woo.
Damage is level with the Pulse Wave, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but it's going to be giving out action tokens, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
So,
right, so it doesn't really matter. He's got Shape Change, too, and Invincible. With a 12 attack, top dial, of only 50 points.
So that's 2 powers that were benched
They're back in.
that are back in.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anything's benched anymore.
I think it's set dependent.
And then finally, we got Wanda Maximoff from the Halloween episode. She's got the spectacular shape change, where when she does it, she succeeds, and she heals a click. She's got the stop click.
She has a 19 defend top dial.
Yep.
Was that all 4 of them then?
No, we for the Halloween.
Yeah.
We need Vision and we need Agnes.
Oh,
yeah.
Vision.
Yeah. And Agnes is a super rare. And then she's got a power called Billy. I need you to focus. Probability control, as she should have it. And when she uses it to reroll a friendly attack roll and the attack hits after resolutions, the attacker removes an action token. I do love Darcy, but I'm going to say Wanda for everything for me.
I would definitely say Wanda for constructed, but maybe for sealed, I'm probably going to go with Darcy.
I'm just going to be biased.
I don't know, though. Party Thor, man.
Yeah, Party Thor is a thing.
I know they're definitely liking Party Thor on critical clicks, that's for sure.
Alright, let's see what we got. And there's no blue plastic.
Do we have one more out? Is this booster number 9?
Yep,
It is
number
number
9, and
yep.
we got some something.
We got equipment.
Oh, okay, I see there. Okay.
Nice.
We got the Super Soldier Serum. And that comes with Sharon Carter.
Okay.
Looks like we got some. Well, there's our Skinny Steve. We got Super Soldier with Sharon.
I don't know who Skinny Steve is.
It's Steve Rogers.
It's Steve
on Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
What was that from?
From What If? From Captain Carter. Because in Captain Carter, she gets the serum and not Steve Rogers, so she becomes the captain. But Skinny Steve Rogers is a very special piece because he is the cheapest leadership I think we've ever had.
It is, because he even surpasses the 20-point leadership from the Bentley 23, I believe, is 20.
Yep. Yeah. And,
So in the min-max world, he's got a place.
he's 15 points, 3 clicks long. He's got leadership, and when he uses it, friendly characters within range are considered adjacent. That is not line of fire. That's just range. That's 4 squares.
And that range can vary if he has...
Perplex, shield,
Yeah, exactly.
which he has. He has shield himself.
He's definitely going constructed.
Oh, for sure. It might actually be both here and what these are. We got Tyler Hayward. Leadership. When Tyler Hayward uses it and succeeds this turn, he has power. Move an adjacent friendly character up to half its speed value. If that character has the sword keyword, after resolutions, it may make a close attack.
Now, I saw a running joke that we have way more sword coming up in the Exoswords than shield.
Yeah.
I think there's like 57 swords and three shields in this set.
Yeah. It's insane. Well, because it's because of WandaVision.
Okay.
Because WandaVision dealt with the sword. I don't know what you want to call them. The group that calls themselves Sword, which is basically the outer space version of Shield. So it's Tyler Hayward. We got Baron Zemo.
I'm liking
Baron
that.
Zemo.
I'm liking that. I don't know what he all got. I see some Mastermind. I see 60 points. I see Masters of Evil team ability, which I'm actually liking the change to that more and more than previous. I thought, it was great when it was Colossal Stamina. No.
It's police for close attacks.
Yeah, it's police for close attacks, and it's so easy to
Group up.
Yeah, put 2 figures with that team ability adjacent to somebody, block line of fire, and then get 2 down on their defense and just punch them. It's so good.
Unless you're Iron Allfather.
Unless you're Iron Allfather.
All right, so that special damage power he's got is Outwit and Perplex. When he uses either to target an opposing character, you may roll a d6. 5 or 6, you deal 1 penetrating damage to an opposing character that is adjacent to the targeted character.
So there's a 1 in 3 chance of doing damage without even having to
Roll dice.
Yeah, you're
Make
rolling
an
dice,
attack,
but
but yeah.
you're not making an attack. That's
And
big.
it says Outwit Perplex when he uses either.
So you could do
Do
it
it
twice
twice.
a turn.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
60 points. Got some stealth, mastermind, precision strike. Not too bad.
Not too bad. He'd be really good with some shape to change.
Yeah. I think it's a little high pointed though. But that power is neat.
That is good.
And then finally we got the rare Sharon Carter. 35 points, no team ability. Once per game for all characters with this trait, which means if you have multiples of her, you only get to do this once. At the beginning of the game, you may choose an equipment equipped to an opposing character, and if you do, the equipment gains unequipped drop and is immediately unequipped, and you roll a d6, and the opponent places the equipment up to that many squares away from its current square.
That's scary.
So you play her, and she automatically makes your opponent unequip something at the beginning of the game.
So,
And then if she does have to shoot at you, she gets +3 to her range and range combat expert.
interesting.
Makes her 7 range, 12 attack, 3 damage. And she comes with the Super Soldier Serum, which gives you willpower for 5 points. And if you already can use willpower, you get +1 to the roll. What would be your sealed pick here?
My sealed pick? I mean, I could always use an extra action for 15 points
Yeah, plus shield.
plus shield.
I think he's going to be my...
I do like Loki, though, with that Mystic's team ability and combat reflexes, but
I might, you know what? I might go Zemo for sealed, and
Rogers for constructed.
yeah, go Skinny Steve for constructed.
Sounds good.
Just having Outwit and Perplex together and sealed is a big.
Yes.
All right, this is the last booster, and I think we need a super rare yet. Don't we?
I think so.
Yeah. So let's see, and we got it. We got a super rare
Okay. There it is. There it is.
And a vision.
and a vision. And those are the only 2 new pieces in here.
That's funny.
Oh, the gator.
Oh, Wally.
So yes, as Joe spoiled, we got the alligator Loki. We got doubles of the Scarlet Witch common, Tommy Maximoff, and Hunter B-15. So let's see. See, now I don't really hate this vision. I think he's got uses to him as both just a taxi and as an attacker that can carry things and beef himself up.
This definitely looks like the Vision from the TV show. That's for sure. I remember this outfit from the commercials.
Oh yes, yeah. He's
Very
got
accurate display.
1 trait. He has passenger 3, but
Interesting.
only to carry characters with the celebrity keyword. So you throw on some like Marvellas with Empower,
Yeah.
and he's now punching you for 6 damage.
And then hiding behind barrier.
Yeah.
If he can do it right.
Yeah. Well, because he can carry 3, so carries 3 and charges.
Yeah. Barriers up.
Yeah. Not too
Charges.
bad. And he's got Avengers Initiative, so he can also, you know.
See through hindering.
See-through
Move
hindering.
through hindering, which is no longer a thing.
Or again, he can just be a taxi for 30 points with that triple passenger carry, phasing teleport, and he's got shape change and super senses. So not too bad. But the star here is what everyone loves, is Alligator Loki.
Is it just me? I'm not real impressed with this. The sculpt is awesome. I'm not going to deny that.
I think the sculpts in the set were pretty good from what I've seen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I
all the
would-
sculpts have been great.
yeah, especially
better than the
compared to
last set.
War of the Realms, where me and Joe were like,
That set was crap.
yeah.
It just was. It just was.
I mean,
Dials were crap mostly. More than what should have been.
I just thought the paint jobs were horrible.
Oh no, they were.
I don't know what's going on with our spinner. Lazy Sue is getting real lazy.
Well, we're at the
Is
end.
it battery operated or is it?
It is. I do got a plug-in jack for next time, though.
But Alligator Loki's up. All right, so he's a Loki. So for an extra 5 points, he does get the Tesseract. He's got Mystics. He is 7 clicks long. Let's see what we got here. He's a swimmer, so he's in water. He can't be targeted outside of what, 4 squares?
Oh, look at that.
That is.
Yeah. We got.
I believe he would also be a good pal to the Thing. That's Blackbeard the pirate.
Yes. Speed power.
That'd be like a Lost Boy. It'd be like Peter Pan. You could have your alligator with the ticking clock.
You can play Miss Minute, so you have a clock then.
There you go.
All right, so we got Charge, Flurry, and Stealth, all in that white speed power. So that's never a bad thing. No. And then we got an attack power. It says Blades and Precision Strike. When Loki uses Blades, hit characters gain immobile until your next turn.
That'll mess up game plans real quickly.
Yeah. I mean, he's neat. He can go on your animal team.
He could, but I think there's better animals in the game.
I agree. He's mostly a fan favorite piece from the show.
Yeah, I think the sculpt is one of the coolest of the set, but on dial powers, meh.
Yeah, he's got shape change. Prob, but for sealed, if you pull it, probably.
You're probably gonna play him.
Probably. You got Charge, Flurry, Mystics, Blades. Otherwise, you're not probably reaching for him. Constructed? I was gonna say Vision.
That's what I'm looking at.
Just because I said Tommy last time we pulled Tommy.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go Vision.
Yeah.
It's not the worst style.
No, I don't think he's bad at all. I think he's.
He's really good on his low dial. 3 clicks with double rollouts.
And don't forget the triple passenger.
Yeah, that might be the play. You play him at 30. He has phase. You said he passenger 3, and then he's got shape of the change and stupid senses.
Yep.
The old stupid senses.
All right, so that concludes the brick. So now on to segment part 2 of the.
We still have people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get to the dozens and dozens of questions for you here. Brandon, I don't know if you're aware, but Heroclix is celebrating its 20th anniversary. In fact, it just passed.
I'm aware. I don't think WizKids is aware.
I don't think so either,
But
because they're not even celebrating it.
Because I was here for the 10th anniversary.
I was here for the 15th.
I was here for that too. Actually, the 10th anniversary is the year I started.
Oh boy. Well, that actually will
Which
tie right into all these questions. I want to do a
Actually-
little local player spotlight, because you are, not only are you a loco player, but you're a local player.
actually, it might be close to the actual to the date that I started playing.
I know, I can tell you what I was doing. I went and saw Spider-Man the movie.
Okay.
And I know that coincides with the release of Heroclix.
Yes.
It's the day that movie released is when Heroclix
Really?
began, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I started playing Heroclix actually as a movie release called The Avengers.
There you go.
So that was going on when I first started playing.
So what was the first set you played?
So the first set I played, before we get into that, wasn't the reason I started playing.
Okay. Well, what was the reason you started playing?
So it was at 1UP, for anyone who knows 1UP, in Reading when it was a thing.
It's
It was
no
a
longer a...
comic game shop. and they had a case of Galactic Guardians there.
Oh, wow.
And on the side of it was Dormammu. Not the specific one, but another one like it. And he was one of my favorite characters because I used him in Marvel vs. Capcom. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? And the owner explained it to me. He also told me that was going to be $100 if I wanted to buy that. And Dormammu might not be in there because it was a blind box packaging. And I was like, nah. I went back in a few weeks later, and he had something there that I needed to buy.
Needed.
I needed. Which was this. Can you see that? Can you see that?
You can see it.
Can you see it? Kinda?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a Street Fighter starter set, and the owner explained that you could play Street Fighter with any of the other things in Heroclix, Marvel, DC, at the time, Halo, Gears of War, and I was sold, Rick.
Did they have Lord of the Rings at that time, too?
They did, but I didn't care.
Well,
But yeah,
I don't believe Lord of the Rings was ever tied to modern age. Just like I don't believe that it was ever modern.
no, they did say Street Fighter was made modern and legal. Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't matter.
My bad.
But yeah, it was one of the few outer sets that were.
Yeah, because initially it was only mainly their DC and
Marvel and
sets.
DC. Yeah, but we didn't care back then. We just played whatever we wanted.
Right. Because we weren't the competitive players that we are
now,
today.
Unfortunately.
So the year you started playing Clicks was what then?
2012.
2012. Okay. So you got a decade of decadence.
Decade of plastic crack.
Yeah, okay. And the first set that you played was not necessarily.
Well, that was the first thing I bought.
That was the first thing.
And that
you
is
bought.
a set. So that is technically the first set I bought. The first set I really bought into would have been the Avengers movie set.
Okay.
And then the first set that came out while I started playing was Chaos War.
The Avengers movie set. Now, did that have like Hulk and Captain America, but all weird names for them?
There was
like the first Avenger.
There was a starter set that named the 6 Avengers as the First Avenger, the Mighty Avenger, the Armored Avenger, the Incredible Avenger, the Sharpshooting Avenger, and I forget what they called Black Widow.
Okay.
But
was that set?
That was that set.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why they did that, but yeah, they had a starter set that had them named that.
Yeah, I just thought it was really bizarre that they changed their names like that. Yet in the regular boosters, they were
Captain America, Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hodorific is saying, first Heroclix I got into was Scarlet Witch Chaos War version.
Yeah, so
you guys might know that.
In Chaos War,
is that pre-Oreo dial?
Chaos War?
Yes.
No. This was 2 or 3 into the Oreo dials.
Okay,
This
so
is 2
they
or 3
still
years
were
into that,
Oreo.
yeah.
Because initially, HeroClix, you needed a little special ring, and you would stick it in the bottom of the base.
That's right.
To
You were telling me about
turn the
that.
dial.
The evolution of the dial.
The evolution. It is now actually, I believe, in its third phase.
Because you had the originals and you had the cup dials and,
And
then
then
you have the Oreo.
what we call the Oreo today.
Yeah.
So, in your experience, what is the best HeroClix figure ever?
That would be a tough order.
I mean, they've only.
I would say one of my favorites of the best ever would be.
I mean, they've only made like 10,000 different figures in the
Right.
history of the game, and they've only sold,
How many
8
sets?
million plus figures.
Let's get
them on.
Let's get the boy on there.
I like this
See
guy.
that?
That's funny.
So that would be Blackheart. He was son of Mephisto, and he's one of my favorite characters because of Marvel vs. Capcom. And when we played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, it was one of my favorites in those games. And they made him last year, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was
He's
one of
a-
the best figures we've had.
Yeah, he's in Empire, I believe, or is that
X-Men,
Rise and Fall?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Move-
dude is
moving closer to the-
absolutely bonkers at
Move him closer
75.
to the. So you can, the black is on the black. Move him close to the front. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, he's like what? Hell's Guardian, and he's like.
No, he's So did you see the Ghost Rider movie?
No.
Okay. So I shouldn't ask anyone. So anyone who saw the Ghost Rider movie, the emo dude that was trying to stop Ghost Rider with his 3 minions, that's who Blackheart was. Obviously looks a lot better in the comics. He's basically always tried to usurp his father Mephisto from his throne.
Oh.
Mephisto is basically like the devil in Marvel, except he's not, but he is, but he isn't. And that's what Blackheart's always been trying to do. And there was a point in time where he controlled the Hellfire Club, which has nothing to do with actual hell. It's just a bunch of mutants that feel they're better than everyone else, and they have an exclusive club that they use to dictate how they want to run things. And he was able to join. And
was he invited by Harry Leland and Jean Grey?
I actually don't know. I think
Emma Storm's Emma Frost.
Yeah. I feel like if he shows up wanting to join your club, you don't really say no to him.
Gotcha.
So
let me make you an offer you can't refuse.
Basically. Yeah. But
so that is the best figure ever.
I wouldn't say it is, but it's one of my best figures ever for sure. He's one of my
at 75 points.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At that point value for what he does.
He has 2 stop clicks.
Generating Hellfire Club guards, killing them, getting penetrating damage.
Mastermind.
Removing tokens.
Becoming
healing.
Power Cosmic.
He's
being able to attack after you take an action due to the way his stupid trait works.
He mixes what I believe to be best figure ever in my opinion, because he's a character that I already liked and had a connection to, and he's a meta piece.
There you go. All right. Let's just put him right there.
Put him out there, yeah.
All right, so let's go back to the questions here. Let's see. I gotta back her up. There we go. What is your favorite sculpt of all time?
Favorite sculpt of all time, actually, I don't have anymore. It was a Mr. Sinister from the first year I started playing Heroclix. And it was a sculpt of him, being all dominating and powerful with a giant test tube of some poor subject he was experimenting on.
Joe's going to see if he can't 1 and 2 an old school picture of that.
Can you find it? I don't know if it's going to... Just type in Sinister. Because I don't know if it's MR period or not. But for right now...
Right now.
What set's it from?
Chaos War.
Oh,
You're pulling up. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
I'm ready for the figure now.
Keep going. There you go. There you go. That one. Yeah. But that would be easily one of my favorite sculpts of this generation, or at least modern era.
Sure.
For Gambit. It's actually not a bad figure either. But just having him throwing out all the cards,
Yeah, it's a neat effect they got going on with that sculpt for sure, with the translucent cards coming out.
It was actually also one of the first figures to show off their new sculpting scale and abilities.
Is that a part of the new scale?
That was from House of X. That was the first set that they did the new scale in.
Me and Joe were trying to figure out what set that
House of X. Yeah. That was one of the figures they showed off, showing this is how much better our sculpts are.
Oh, and then
half of them were reused from older sets.
And then half of HC Realms had a fallout because now the figures are a 1/4 inch taller.
Yeah.
So there, we put her a Rick's head.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
So there, there is Mr. Sinister, which is almost basically exactly how the figure looked in real life. The sculpt was amazing, and the figure was awesome too. You could resurrect dead X-Men and Brotherhood of Mutants. That was actually a World's Champion piece too.
That's awesome.
I pulled that in. I bought 6 boosters, my first 6 boosters, and I pulled that and bought that.
Okay, so we're going to move Gambit back to the map. And then we're going to ask you, what is your favorite Marvel piece?
Do you really have to ask me that?
Well, I know that your win ID is Carnage Bruner, so I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Yeah, this was actually a piece I was hoping they'd make way back when I first saw they made giant figures like Dormammu. Because there was a story where symbiotes invaded the Earth and Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider and Venom were trying to fight them, and Carnage breaks out and realizes if he eats them, he gets bigger. And so he did that, and they had to fight a giant 50-foot tall Carnage at the end of the story. And that's what they gave us in the Mighty Thor?
Yeah. We'll put that out front and center and see if we can pick that up on the old.
Yeah, and that's actually what he does, because he's a retaliator.
Maybe not that far forward.
He's a retaliator. He creates symbiotes, and then he can consume the symbiotes and heal himself.
You can put him over here so you can see him on my shirt.
There we go. You get the gist. Yeah.
Now, you did a little custom work on this. I don't remember this figure having all these intricate black.
Yeah, because they didn't put any on him. They kind of just took a dry brush and barely put any black over the red. So I took a brush and actually put the black lines on the character like he should have. And I blackened his teeth. Like they should be.
Indeed you did. That's very cool. It is a very cool sculpt. Put that in the old lineup. Let's get to another question. What is your favorite DC piece?
Favorite DC piece? Let's say the lovely Mistress of Magic herself.
Doesn't she make John Constantine rabbits?
No, that is the
Or is that the other one?
Yeah, that's the Bombshell Zatanna. This one makes bats.
Oh, she's batty. That's right.
Yeah. And bats give enhancement?
Yeah, I think so.
Hodorific was saying he still has that Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, I wish I did too. There's
The figure that made Chris quit the game.
I don't believe that was Mr. Sinister.
No. He was saying that the old Mr. Sinister that I was talking about, that he still has that. The one I said for my favorite sculpt.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no. She was one of my favorite pieces when she came out. She's a little highly costed now, but she's still good. She's got Psychic Blast, Telekinesis, Sidestep. She's mystical, and again, the bats, which are both able to sidestep and carry and have enhancement.
Oh, he said Carnage was the one that made him.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
No, it's not.
Brandon has his own story about a figure.
Yeah.
So, this is from
Batman the
animated series that just rotated.
Kyle said no, it was Sinister the first time.
I remember you playing this figure a lot.
Yes, yeah. She was a staple in so many teams because so many ways you'd have it where all of a sudden now the character is shooting for 5 or 6.
That's when James said enhancement and shape change.
Yeah. The bats both have enhancement and shape change.
Yeah.
So if you try to attack the bats, you might just fail.
Yeah.
So no, they were always so great.
All right.
Definitely one of my favorites, as in I love the characters. Still my favorite characters from DC because there aren't many, and just
that
she's a
smoke
great guy.
effect on her is awesome.
Yeah, like the sculpt, the dial, the character. It's all. She was the high point of that set for me. Fun fact: when I opened my either my 1 or 2 cases of that set that I bought, she was the last figure I opened out of the booster.
And that's your only copy of that figure?
It's the only copy of that figure.
Wow.
And she was the one I wanted the most, and she was the last one to pull out of the tray. She was at the end.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go. We got more questions. I'm going to scroll back here. Favorite piece from a non-Marvel DC set?
It's because Chris just quits, even though he was doing better when he did.
No surprise there.
Oh, of course not. So yeah, Shredder. Specifically, Shredder clone from the 3rd set.
Specifically?
Yes. It is actually Shredder. It was just Shredder that was rebuilt scientifically and mystically after the Turtles killed him in the 1st issue of the original Mirage comic series.
The black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old black and white 80s Eastman and Laird
Lord,
comic.
yeah, not the Archie version.
No, definitely not. This Shredder shares the Shredder Elite trait where if he or the other mutated Shredders move next to you, you instantly take 1 penetrating damage. And they all have sidestep with that trait too.
Yeah, there's so many ways to get them
Just
to
cheese.
move and ping you for 1 penetrating.
Just to cheese it. And also, just
Does
for
that
service-
one have monster keyword as well?
No.
No.
It is mystical, not
Okay.
monster.
I know Minnie does.
Yeah. The mini, the shark, the claw,
Shiva.
and the Shiva Shredder all do.
Mm.
Well, because they're actual creatures versus he's not exactly, but he is mystical. So it's not.
That's a
bad.
strong keyword. Let's get that on the map. What?
There was discussion of quitting and playing.
What is?
And Nicole said, Rick, that she, I rarely win and still play. I responded with, I win all the time and rarely play.
Illusions of grandeur.
Waft that up.
Put those green dice on the,
Well, they're in the stream.
Yeah, there.
What? Do you remember what your first unique figure or chase figure was?
Yeah, it was out of the Chaos War set, and it was the Thor and Hercules duo chase. In that set, all of the chases were duo figures. You had Scarlet Witch and Vision, Scarlet Witch and Wonder Man. You had Hawkeye and Mockingbird. You had Thor and Hercules. You had Ant-Man and Wasp. And you even had Avengers Prime, which was Cap, Iron Man, and Thor all on one dial.
Yeah, and those are the ones that had the brown bases.
Yeah, it's like a tannish
Yeah.
brown, yeah.
Similar in color to the
Thor and, just put Thor and.
I was thinking it was similar in color
Yep.
to the Sloth and Wrath and.
Actually, it's very similar to that, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like a goldish olive brown. Yeah.
Okay, I know my one of my buddies got that Avengers Assemble, whatever the 3 is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people actually selling it.
That
and-
was a pretty high dollar
Yeah.
figure in its time.
Oh, yeah.
there we go.
There we go.
There it is. First chase, and I traded it to get a Web of Spider-Man Deadpool.
Interesting.
Because I wanted Deadpool, and at the time it was the only Deadpool that they had out, and he went for a lot of money.
What is your favorite set?
Favorite set they ever made?
Yeah.
Spider-Man Venom Absolute Carnage.
Okay. And that's because obviously you're a big Carnage / Venom fan, and
Sure.
and that's what
Well-
that whole set pretty much spotlights, the Codex keyword.
Yes, so basically what happened is that when I first started getting into comics, I and my mom and her friends tried to collect the Maximum Carnage storyline for me, which was spread out amongst 14 separate issues through 4 different
Titles?
runs of Spider-Man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
had Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man Unlimited, and which back then was an uncommon thing for them to do. And in that storyline, it was Carnage, Shriek, Demogoblin, Doppelganger, and Carrion basically running amok through the city, causing chaos, killing people, destruction, and Spider-Man and Venom and Cloak and Dagger, Black Cat, and a whole bunch of other heroes trying to stop them.
And most of those figures are in that Spider-Man Venom Carnage
Yes,
set.
that set hit all those boxes, plus covered the recent, obviously named Absolute Carnage story, which showcased Carnage being kind of a harbinger for Null, God of the Symbiotes. And also just gave us some funky chases with made-up spider characters. That we
Yeah,
all
that
use.
was actually really cool because those characters don't exist in the comics. They were specifically made for Heroclix.
Which shows how much nicer Marvel is than DC.
Yeah, to work with.
Because Marvel basically let them run rampant with the chases, which are the highest rarity in the set, and be like, just make whatever
you
characters
want.
And so they did, and they were all great, fun pieces, and actually a lot of meta pieces.
Now, I did hear that Steampunk Penny is actually in the comics.
Is and isn't. I don't know the full story, but she's a steampunk version of the character, I believe, from the
Spider-Man
in
Home?
the Spider-Verse. No, into the Spider-Verse movie. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So, We know what the best figure is, in your humble opinion. We know what the best sculpt is. We know what your favorite Marvel and DC piece is, and we know what your favorite non-Marvel and DC piece. We know what your favorite chase is. We know what your favorite set is. But what is your guilty pleasure piece?
Guilty
I was told to
pleasure
tell you that
piece?
Shredder sucks.
Huh?
Shredder sucks.
That's why I don't care what my friends think. So,
You got-
oh yeah, and as someone said in the chat, for that Absolute Carnage set, I did buy 6 cases.
A lot. I know you bought a lot. So
these-
you got 2?
I got 2 because it's tied.
Oh, jeez. And it's even the same company. It's not even like one's Marvel, one's DC, but...
Nah, it's not. So yeah, those are my 2 guilty pleasures because they're good, they're fun, but they're not quite meta, at least in my opinion. Absolute Carnage is obviously Carnage from the Absolute Carnage set. He's a beast at 200 points. If he kills someone, he makes them into a Carnage minion, which can then also attack.
He has 3 starting lines, though. He can be played as low as 60 points.
He does, but at 60 points, he loses one of his best powers, which
Is that the mechanic that allows you to boost the attack
of Maximum Carnage, but it also gives him Battle Fury, Leadership, and Probability Control.
You don't need those powers.
Nah, I kind of do. Yeah, if they had that at like 60 points, I would probably play him a whole lot more, unfortunately. And then next to him is Taskmaster. Sadly, from the movie, we're not going to talk about that, but that figure is a very good representation of the character's powers, where if you target him, hit him or not, if you just choose to attack him, afterwards he can just take a power that you can use and he can use it for himself.
That's pretty cool.
And I have used that character, both those characters, to win games.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely seen him on the map here. Okay. Now, speaking of maps, we have a map right out here in front of us.
Yes.
And this is due to the last time we streamed, Joe almost had a mental breakdown
Oh, I did.
with the representation of
Oh, I'm going to put another hideous one up. I just don't know the name of this.
this, my friend, is
Gotham City Rooftops.
Gotham City Rooftops. The rooftops of Gotham City, outdoor. It's from a DC set.
Oh, it's going to be Justice League. It's in Justice League. New 52.
That's it.
That's it. So this, first off, just the setting itself lends itself to so many themed games. If you're playing like a Batman type game with Batman versus Gotham.
Is this
Knights.
Crime Alley?
This is not. They did make a map that is Crime Alley. You can fight in the theater and everything. This also works if you're playing like a Ninja Turtles game because they're always fighting Shredder and the Foot Clan on the rooftops.
Yes.
Just for a good urban setting, it works. But it also has a very nifty mechanic.
It certainly does, and I can read that to you. It says, street terrain. If a character that can't use leap, climb, phasing teleport, flight, or great size occupies any of the orange terrain, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage, and then the character's controller places the character in their starting area.
Yeah.
So once again, it's a way to do damage without rolling dice,
Oh yes.
which is the most meta way of doing damage.
Oh, of course, yeah. Take away the variable to miss and just do it.
Yes, especially when it's unavoidable. That is.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you
Yeah,
have.
you could have invincible and it's
You
going to
could
go
be
right.
Emperor Gladiator.
Yeah.
And still take it.
Oh, for some reason it's not. I'm having technical difficulties, so we can't put that hideous picture up.
Yeah, this map was used many times to mind control people to just run off the building and.
Do damage to themselves.
Well, because back in the day we had like blobs and big Berthas that you couldn't hardly damage that well, so you just mind control them with Cosmo and just make them run off the edge.
Now, they did have to have flight to do that, correct?
Flight, phasing, teleport, or leap, climb, or giant size. If they don't have any of those.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how are you getting them to walk off the roof if they don't have flight?
Because it's special terrain.
He said if
It
he had
doesn't
feelings, they would be
count
hurt,
as
Brandon.
elevation.
In case you're wondering.
What?
He said if he had feelings, they'd be hurt.
Here we go. This is all level 1. Now I see.
Yeah. This isn't any elevation. It's the same elevation except it's just special terrain.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right. Interesting. That's definitely a map before I was introduced to Heroclix.
Well, this came out the first year I started playing, 2012. This is a 10-year-old map and it's still together, barely.
Which, you know what that means? This is going to get re-released as a new map.
And it won't give us that.
Exactly. It won't have orange, and, the hindering will have red and white stripes, and the elevation will have green and white.
If they butcher this map, I will riot. I will riot.
Like they did for Hank Pym's lab, with no blocking terrain.
No walls.
No walls. Okay. What is your favorite mechanic in the game? I.e., like shifting focus, leader ally, mission points.
Or dice manipulation.
Yeah, dice manipulation for the win.
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, that was actually...
Well, sadly, I don't have a Doom with me to showcase that.
Nothing with the time platform?
No, but I've used that to my advantage many a time.
Numerous occasions, indeed.
Yeah.
It is a very difficult figure to deal with, especially when you roll high, or have a high and a low.
Or if I have 2 of them on the board.
Or if you have 2 of them on the board, then it's even more annoying because 2 are more annoying than 1. All right. What is your favorite trait ever, if you can think of one?
Probably that Shredder Elite.
With the free paying of damage?
Well, it's either that or the Maximum Carnage, which is also free paying of damage.
Yeah,
with the Shredder Elite, it gives the Shredders sidestep. They move up next to you, you take penetrating damage. With the Maximum Carnage, if any of the characters with those traits hit you after resolutions, you deal 1 penetrating damage up to 2 adjacent characters to that original target.
Yeah, that's actually probably a little stronger.
I've used it to take out Blackheart.
Yeah, because it's not an attack. It's after resolutions. I don't believe you can mastermind that damage.
No.
It's very good. What is your favorite standard power, past or present?
It's tough. I'm gonna go with Perplex. With Prob Control, a very close second.
I went with Barrier. Surprised?
I am shocked you would do that. I am shocked. But I would say Perplex. Guarantee the hit, or used to be able to guarantee the damage, but
Yes.
Feel better now?
Yep.
You were a big perplexer of damage to.
Oh yeah.
Do maximum damage.
When we could.
When you could, before the rules changed. I did miss actually a question here. What's the one thing you miss and wish they'd bring back?
Turtles.
Turtles.
Just turtles.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that or just
the ability to perplex damage.
That or just Street Fighter or Halo or Gears or something else other than just Marvel and DC that I like personally. But Turtles was the most complete sets that they made of stuff that I really, really loved. So I wish they'd just keep doing that. But maybe like only 1 set a year instead of like 4 in 2 years.
Yeah, I'd be very happy if Heroclix released sets quarterly.
Yeah, that
allowed us actual time
to play
the sets.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a couple years ago they released 11 sets in 12 months.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well,
ridiculous.
that was the 15th anniversary.
Was it?
Because that was when we had Elseworlds, and
I just remember there was gravity feeds, there was booster sets, there was premium set. It was just one thing after another.
Because we had the Turtles, and we had 2 sets together because of the Elseworlds What If set.
And they had Undead in there too.
And the Undead set.
Yeah.
But like the Undead set, that was cool. It was different. It was.
Yeah, it was. What do they call that? A private, public domain.
Yeah, but they still had like werewolves and vampires and ghosts, but you still had like Jacob Marley's ghost from A Christmas Carol.
You had Frankenstein's monster.
I believe he did say no team. I believe he said team ups earlier. I think he changed his mind.
Yeah, I did change it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. He said dice manipulation was a choice.
This is a great map to have Cosmo mind control henchman.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece of equipment / object / resource / relic / vehicle?
Symbiote.
Symbiote. And that, which one? Because isn't there like 3 at this point in the game?
There is, and I've unfortunately barely used the Carnage symbiote just because it's 10 points. But I've used the Venom symbiote the most. 5 points. Was it 5 points? Was it 4 points?
There was one that was 4 and there was one that was 6.
6 points was the original symbiote. It was just symbiote.
Yeah.
And it was in like a test tube and everything.
Yes.
That was 6 points. And then the Venom symbiote was 4 points.
And they both gave you shape change.
Shape change, plasticity, and you automatically broke away.
And the other one, you could even, the original one, you could roll a d6. And I believe if you rolled high enough, it increased your stats.
If you rolled a 1,
it unequipped.
Right, because the symbiote would reject you for being too weak of a host.
Ah, gotcha.
And then the Carnage symbiote one just gives you shape change and plasticity. And if you KO a character, you heal a click. And if you KO a character with the Codex keyword, you heal 3 clicks.
Okay. So what's your favorite trait?
You asked me that already.
Did I?
Yeah, that was the Maximum Carnage early one.
I think I got my questions out of order. I think that's where. How about favorite team ability?
Mystics.
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 Oh, okay.
Mystics are, well, I mean, Shield is getting close.
That was mine.
If I had to say what I've played most throughout the years,
I was going to say this year you definitely played a lot of Mystics for sure.
We've also had a lot more Mystics.
Yes. Okay. What is your best / most memorable moment in 10 years of Heroclix?
Most memorable moment would probably be when this guy took out almost all of our friend Ken's team in one shot. Because we were playing a game where he had his whole team were basically 1-click long retaliation characters, and he had Starro, and he was on this side of the board, and I was holed up in a corner over on this side of the board with Dormammu protecting the rest of my team. And this little Starro fight was trying to mind control Dormammu, which still counted as Starro going through the Starro fight to mind control him.
Correct.
He failed after multiple rerolls, which then let Dormammu retaliate for free, jump across the board,
boom,
and attack and retaliate and clear just about everyone off of Ken's side of the map. It was the first time I think I actually used him in like one of our like upper tier events.
Okay.
And
now his colossal retaliation, you actually roll 3 dice instead of 2, correct?
With him you roll 3 dice. You can't re-roll or replace anything. And when he does it, you can't use shape change or super sense.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
that's big. No rollouts. And I believe he's mystical. If he gets hit, you take a point of penetrating damage too.
Yeah, ironically, the one retaliator that was left was Ken's Carnage, and Carnage went to attack him and damaged and KO'd him, but because of the Mystics, Dormammu in turn KO'd Carnage as well.
That's an epic moment.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, if you could, what would you bring into or want in the game? It could be a piece, a character, a mechanic.
A Resident Evil
Mandatory green dice.
Yeah.
He wants casino dice used for every tournament.
No, I would say I want them to make a Resident Evil set.
Okay.
It's the one thing I was hoping for since started playing Heroclix.
Is that the Umbrella Corporation?
Yes. Yeah. So in that you could have, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, my favorite character, the villain Albert Wesker. You could have zombies, different creatures. It would be a lot of soldier, scientist, and monster keywords.
Definitely a lot of monsters.
You have characters with this like Nemesis with a stalker mechanic they could implement. Yeah, it would be really cool for me. Plus, I could have my team from Marvel vs. Capcom that made me get into this game, which was Wesker, Taskmaster, and Dormammu.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this round of questions. I think the dozens and dozens in the stream now know your background.
All I'm doing is answering questions all day. I do it for work, and now I'm doing it for fun.
That's it.
Dozens and dozens.
So, to wrap up, before we wrap up the stream, I did want to do a random 300-point team build out of 2 random boosters. So why don't you give me a number between 1 and 10 there, Joseph?
One number?
Yeah, one number between 1 and 10.
5.
How about you, Brandon?
Let's just go with 10.
10. Well, that would be this. So here are your figures.
So basically, we're playing this as if we just
We're getting
bought
it.
our 2.
We're entering a sealed tournament. We got our 2 boosters. We were fortunate to pull a super rare and a rare. What are you building for 300 points? Because Heroclix resolves around 300 points. Oh, the choices.
Yeah, choices indeed.
These out for you.
Well, the question is, how much does a mystical team, or
Well, here you
I
go.
should say, how much does a theme team matter?
While you're contemplating this, let's tell the people that this coming Sunday, we do have a tournament coming up here. It is kind of a spotlight on mental health awareness. That will be firing off around 1:30 on Sunday. I believe that is May 20.
Second.
Okay,
Yes,
22nd.
22nd.
22nd. All right. I know you have to have at least 6 figures on your team. 1 figure has to have on its starting dial Force Blast. 1 has to have Mind Control. 1 figure must have Penetrating Psychic Blast. 1 must have Telekinesis. 1 must have Barrier. And finally, 1 figure must have Battle Fury, which is a bunch of hodgepodge mental powers. Now, you can use more than 6 figures, but those 6 powers must be represented by at least 6 figures. So, if you're in the area,
Where is this being held?
that's being held right here in beautiful Wernersville, Pennsylvania at From the Ashes Games,
Might be important.
where we are crazy about gaming.
I believe someone said that we are hardcore.
We're hardcore about Heroclix
And
for sure.
And I do have the Disney Plus available when it releases.
Yes, we anticipate that releasing
June?
Wednesday, June 1st. And we will be having a release tournament
Support those stores that support Heroclix.
on Saturday, June 4th. It's a rare Saturday tournament for us here.
Yeah.
So hopefully y'all come out and buy 2 boosters. Now these boosters
You can buy bricks, too.
You can buy bricks too, but you at least need to buy 2 boosters to enter the tournament. And
I'll allow a rule: if you buy a brick, you can pick your 2
your
after
2.
you open them.
yeah,
Man,
I agree.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If you
now-
buy a case, that just more choices.
Yes. So this set, the boosters have gone up in price. They now have a manufacturer suggested retail of $16.99. So the entry fee for our sealed will be going from $30 to $35. And hopefully, if WizKids gets their act in order, we should have an organized play kit for that tournament, which I believe has a special maps, double-sided maps, and a couple of Doctor Strange figures to give out for prizing.
I
The
don't like
paint
any of
jobs
those.
and sculpts look better. I feel like they
cared more because of the Disney money.
Well, the shading's not there though. I still think the Wonder Woman set was one of the better overall sculpts and paint jobs in the last year. Like none of that has shading. Like there's very little.
No, I mean I think on these the sculpting
The alligator
is better.
does. No, the sculpting. No, the sculpts are good.
Actually, I mean, but just the paint itself, like Wanda's face is actually on her face.
Oh, I was even looking at. I was looking at variant. Like even everything is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No
looking
paint
at
on the what was the one last time? The paint on the
Executioner.
tactical
Yeah, exactly. His feet bled onto the rocks. I don't see any of that here.
Yeah.
rocks. Yeah,
I guess the small children that are putting them together had a good day,
allegedly.
allegedly. Oh, the choices.
Yeah,
The
anyway.
choices.
Well, the
Any
problem
way
is,
to
is
make
that there's
money.
no good way to make a theme.
I don't know if
team.
you're talking about Me It From the Ashes or if you're talking about WizKids, James, but I'm not offended.
As you shouldn't be. I mean, you could do a celebrity theme team. I don't know if it's that good. Do a mystical theme team. But I think the best thing to do is to go unthemed.
Okay.
The only problem is there's no... we have no probability control.
Really?
We have a perplex.
Between these Scarlet Witches, no problem.
Exactly. Nope.
That's weird. What about Loki?
If he has a Tesseract, he does, but we don't get the Tesseract.
Oh, you're right.
Who comes with the Tesseract?
A super rare Loki, I believe.
Sounds right.
Yeah, no. Problem here, because you could pay 30 points for a taxi with leadership, or pay 30 points for a specific taxi.
Right.
You need celebrity that can be very hard to hit. You can also get leadership with Mobius, who also has TK and police.
Like that.
But then if you go with that, and you only have detective, future, past, or police to work with.
You're kind of limiting yourself on your team building with that.
Yeah, because all you got then, you got Alligator Loki. I'm just putting Hunter B-15 out there because I don't think she's good.
She doesn't make the cut, or is it
I
a
don't.
he?
No, it's a she.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're both future. You got Loki as a future.
She's future and police.
Yeah, but she's not really good. But even though you're still under points, so I think you just go unthemed. Because even if you go the best themed, would be probably celebrity, but then you have no leadership. Because you got celebrity. No.
Is that even 300 points?
70, 140, 210, 90. That's exactly 300 points.
That's ridiculous that worked out like that. So we could do a 300-point celebrity.
Yeah, but there's no leadership.
So
You have 3 themed probs. You got some perplex in there. You got some mystics.
Yeah. Got
punch-
lots of mystics.
You punch through stealth.
Yeah, you got a lot of stealth busting because you got 2 figures that have an Avengers initiative.
See you, James.
Good night, James.
See ya,
I don't know what
James.
that was. I was keeping up with the chat.
Joe, your job is the ones and twos.
Who? I don't know who I'm talking trash about. I missed that one.
Joe's gone. Talk trash about him. What?
Oh, when I got up and left the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nicole, I've been called much worse by much better. So
So
I went through basic training. You're gonna have a hard time offending me.
any chance that adds up to 300 points there?
This?
Yeah.
Let's see. We got... No.
No.
Well, this is 90. That's 90. No, this is... Yeah.
All right.
No.
I think that is going to be one of the things that's going to be very difficult with this set. I think we might have some under 300-point builds for sealed because the potential for a pack to only have 150 points.
I did have it at Golden Eagle.
Yeah, it's definitely happened.
Where it was Future Foundation, and I used all 10 figures, and I was still, I think...
80 points under or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
And now we know. You just play 80 points under.
Yeah.
That's how we handicap Brandon. We give him 2 packs with 100 points of figures and make him win.
To be fair, I don't...
And green dice.
And and casino dice.
I don't think there's any 10-point figures in this set, at least.
No, but there's 15. You're going to get
There's only one.
3 packs of all Skinny Rogers.
No. But yeah, no.
Skinny Rogers pack.
Skinny
They have the
Steve
different color
Rogers
plastic.
all day, every day. That's what we do
Every
here.
day.
we put the spotlight on PA, the land of kings, the old From the Ashes Gaming, the old Guild of Mute Assassins, and local players. That's what we do.
And the assassin
Of the assassin.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Nicole and I are just gonna make our own.
Your own clan.
Yep.
Take on the world. World domination.
No, just
Yeah,
assassins.
Yeah, she'll just let you play and criticize everything you do.
All right. Well, I think it was a hell of a stream today. We
Mhm.
got a lot of information out there.
Got some news. Got some looks at new characters and figures coming out. Grilled me to my headaches.
So I think without further ado,
Yeah. So no, what I said earlier. Seriously, get out there, support your stores. I know, like Fourth Wall.
on Mondays.
Or are they Mondays?
Yeah.
Usually we're Sundays here at From the Ashes.
Correct.
We
Gaming.
play Sundays, usually modern age only. Fourth Wall plays Mondays,
Golden Age.
whatever they want to do. Yeah.
I know
So I
there
can play
is
this map down there.
You could. There is a big tournament coming up on June 5th in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, but those seats have already been filled. So if you haven't signed up for it on the
And
win,
we filled them.
yeah, we're taking a third of the group there,
Yeah.
and hopefully we're coming home with some chases or primes or
Whatever.
they're giving away. Maybe even a Batman and Joro. You never know.
I get to keep mine then.
So we
All right.
want to thank everybody for joining us in the stream. Follow us on all our social medias.
Thank Joe for having us.
Absolutely.
Giving us a place to call home and play after we lost the vaults and Golden Eagle doesn't really shine for us.
I'm more thankful for him sponsoring Dean and getting us some spiffy T-shirts that
Yeah, what
we're
about your
wearing
t-shirt?
today.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we just chose our favorite characters. That's what we wore.
That's what we wore today.
We
All
may be
right.
making jerseys though too, so keep that in mind.
All right.
We might have some flesh and blood competitive teams going, so
Nice.
might switch out the. We could. I'll show them to you then.
I know you have a big flesh and blood tournament coming up here June 19th, I believe. Is that the word on the street?
That sounds right. Is that a Sunday? I get the dates confused. Yeah, 19th.
So,
I think seats are getting limited. We only have 16 spots, so
is that something you can sign up for in the Discord?
just shoot me a message or call or something. Yeah.
I still have to get on that, by the way.
Yeah, check out our Discord too.
Yeah, check out the Discord. I will throw something up on the Facebook page. The Discord is. Be warned, you might want to mute channels. It's getting hectic. You know, BattleTech can blow up one day, and Flesh and Blood can blow up one day. Yeah, I mean, you just never know if it's.
That's kind of like our Facebook group for Pennsylvania Clicks players.
yeah.
All trust me, I know. That's why you guys are muted.
Yeah, exactly.
Muted assassins. That's what I do. I mute the muted assassins.
I
They
gotta,
may all be muted, but they're not all assassins.
I gotta watch myself because being a second shifter, I like to post late at night. And
You've been more active on there recently.
I don't care.
It's kind of nice.
That's like people when they put me on a group chat or group text.
Yeah.
I tell them I'll respond as I'm getting ready to go to bed around 12, 1
Yeah.
o'clock. And
Or I wake up at like 6 a.m. to see a message from midnight ask me 20 questions about my history.
Yeah, I've been known to do that.
All right, everyone, thank you very much.
That's
and
right.
We will check you next time.
Yeah, sooner than later.
Yep.
And remember, if you ain't testing, you ain't flexing. So.
And
Yeah, what
on
he
that,
said.
we are out.